The Bible said that God is not the author of confusion, but the God of peace. God is not the author of confusion, but the God of peace. So, whenever you are taking a decision or you want to take a decision and you notice that you lost your peace of mind, you notice that you don't have joy about that decision, you notice this sense of agitation and fear and confusion in your spirit, I would suggest that you hold on. I suggest that you hold on. I don't know who needs to hear this. In my personal life, there were moments that I made wrong choices in the past. It took me about 10 years to begin to understand how God speaks to me, to begin to understand how to discern the voice of God and how to understand the will of God. And I want to tell you, in a nutshell, how to understand the will of God. You don't have to make wrong choices. You don't have to make mistakes, trial and error like I did. I just want to tell you, if you sense the peace of God in your spirit about a decision, there is a 99% probability that it is the will of God. Let me say it again. If you sense the peace of God in your spirit, I'm not talking about excitement. I'm not talking about emotions. I mean the peace that passes all understanding, the peace that you cannot explain. When you sense that in your spirit about a decision you want to take, now that peace comes with rest. That peace comes with joy. That peace comes with calmness. No agitation, no fear, no confusion. You just feel just peace in your heart. When you feel that, that's a green light. It is God telling you, this is my word for you. And most of the time, you'll get confirmations from people. 1 or 2 or 3 people will tell you the same thing that you are feeling. All right? So this is very, very important. You see, there are mistakes you shouldn't make. There are mistakes you shouldn't make. I normally tell people, the mistake of choosing the wrong career, mistake of choosing the wrong church, going to the wrong church. Some of you, the church you belong to is not where God wants you to be. Some of you, your career is not where what God wants for you. Or probably choice of who to marry. That's a big one. Choice of location, where to live. You don't just wake up and get visa and say you are traveling out of the country. You need to hear God. You don't move your family. There was a man in the Bible, I think Abimelech, moved his family out of Bethlehem and they suffered. He died in the foreign land. His 2 sons died. He lost his own life, lost the lives of his 2 sons. That's the husband of Naomi, I think. So we have to be careful. You don't just wake up and you carry your bag, you say you are moving out of state. You need to hear God. You need to really hear God before you take decisions. I'm telling you, you need to really hear God. Clear. It has to be very clear because challenges will come. If you like, let Angel Gabriel join you together on the day of your wedding. There will be challenges. And when challenges come, and now when I'm talking about challenges, I'm not saying you should be fighting one another. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, external forces will come against your marriage. External forces will come. The devil will fight your marriage. The devil will fight your career. The devil will fight that decision in the future. So when he starts fighting, you need to go back to God and tell him, you asked me to do this. You led me into this, and I need your backing right now. I need your backing. So if you don't have a word from God, where do you go to when challenges come? So I don't know who needs to hear this, before you take a decision, hear from God. Know what God has to say. See, this is not guesswork. It's not guesswork. It's not assumption. You have to be very clear that God spoke to you. Very, very clear. Listen, 100% clear that you heard from God. And when I say heard from God, I'm not saying that angels will appear to you. That's not what I'm saying. You might receive the confirmations through people. Maybe through a prophet, through your pastor, through your parents, through your sibling, through somebody, or through dream or vision, or through the peace of God in your spirit. Sometimes through his word. Some of you, God will speak to you through his word. All right? So, or through circumstances. There are times that God will speak through situations. He will create a situation that shows his will. So, I want you to make the right decision. Don't miss it. Please don't miss it. Make the right choices in life, because you will live with your choice. The choices you make today, you will live with it tomorrow. So be careful.